Hey everyone, welcome to Fusion in the Six Beauty Fix, and today's episode tutorial is a continuation of our Halloween looks. We are doing different eras, and today I am going to be showing you the 1920s. Fun, yay! So the 1920s, or they call it the Roaring 20s, is usually the age, not usually, it was the age of the jazz era, and it was post-World War I. So that is when women finally got a chance to vote, and a lot of freedom and exposure to feminism. And what happened in that era was that women actually started to go out, and so they were socializing and in parties, and they created, or what was created from there, was the flapper girl, which was the very first, I guess, like showcase vixen girl to appear in public. And I am going to be doing that exact look today. So the flapper girl, I absolutely love the hairstyles, I love the makeup, and we're gonna get to it now. So usually I like to start with our foundation, but for today's show tutorial, I'm actually going to start with the eye makeup because it is a darker eye. So if you remember any of the silent movies with Charlie Chaplin and you see a lot of the makeup, they had dark eyes and lots of mascara and the rosy pink circular cheeks, and then the very defined lip in red. So usually, like I said, I start with mascara with the face, but I will actually start with the eyes today. So before we start this look, I'm gonna use some mineralized translucent powder. There's no color to it, and you're just gonna put it right underneath your eyes so that you don't look like you have raccoon eyes, okay? So let's start that now. So you want to tilt your head a little bit back, look up, back, look up. And what that'll do is that'll be easier for you then when you have to apply your black eye makeup to like just swish it off, okay? And we will start with our eyes. So for our eye makeup, I always like to start with Prime Time. That is the eye primer that I use and that I am developing in our makeup line. It is a foundation-based eye primer. We're gonna put that all over the eyelid. Okay. This will help fixate and solidify any eyeshadow that you put on. I always start with our Naked Urban Decay Basics palette. It is a mattifying palette, so there's little shimmer except for the white part in the rest of the palette. So I'm going to actually, I always use our eyeshadow sponge, and I'm literally going to just dab here on the black and go right onto the lid. I'm gonna take now a blending brush, and you can just blend that into the crease. So circular motions, and you're just going into the crease. Okay. You can use a liquid liner. You can use, I love to use the Smudge Pots, and I use just an angled brush for liner. You don't have to be perfect with this. Again, it's a Halloween costume and it's all for fun. You want to just dip it in. You can use your hand sort of to remove some of the excess. And then you start right at the lash line and you're defining an eyeliner. Now this isn't a winged look, so you're not taking it out into the wing. You're just following the lash line. You're going to take the same Smudge Pot and you're going to do underneath your eye now. once you have your eyeliner on the top and bottom, you're gonna go back with your sponge brush your sponge eyeshadow brush, and dip it back into the black and just go underneath. It's really dark all the way around. You kind of smudge that into underneath. And now the next step that you'd like to take, or that you would ideally take, is taking a black liner, a kohl pencil, or a waterproof eyeliner. I like a waterproof one. And you can go on the inside of your eye. We're gonna take our brush and we're gonna just, so you wanna look up and get rid of sort of all that excess eyeshadow that's fallen. So we have our eyes. Very basic. Now you can choose to put lashes or not. For this tutorial, I'm not. I'm just gonna put mascara on it. So mascara, Voluminous is my favorite. Put a little on the bottom. Okay, so we got a dark eye going on. What was also very popular in the 20s was a very thin eyebrow. So we want to keep this easy. You're doing this at home. I'm not sure if most of you are makeup artists or not. Probability is that you're not. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the same type of brush I did for my eyeliner, which is an angled, now this is a little bit thicker eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna do my eyebrows. Now the eyebrows in the 20s were very thin, and they were very sort of like thin in an arch. So I'm literally gonna take more of a darker color, mixed with some of my natural, and I'm just gonna do a thin line. Okay. It's not really filling in my eyebrows, it's just a thin line, if you can see that. Okay, and next what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the face. So in the 20s, very pale skin, and what was signature was a circular, rosy, almost reddish cheek. So again, my Temp 2 Air, I'm gonna do the lightest color, which is a number 4 sand. And we're gonna shake that up, give it a couple twists, make sure that's popped off. We're gonna get circular motion. So it's a little bit of a lighter base, no bronzer at all. And what we're gonna do is add just the rosy circular cheek. So it's literally like a circle. So I'm gonna use a cream blush, okay? So I'm gonna use a rosy kind of reddish color, and I'm gonna dip my finger in there, and I'm gonna just pat my face a little bit. And then I'm gonna create a circular motion with my other hand. And unfortunately my other hand has black on it, so let's clean it. So I'll dab it with my ring finger, and then I will create the circular motion with my middle finger. So here, and then circle. They did not believe in blending in the 20s. Remember to smile a little bit and you get right on your cheeks. Okay? So you have your circular. Now for a Halloween costume, if you want it more predominant, then you can actually just leave the blush, the cream blush, sort of in a circular pattern on your face. That would make it more sort of cartoonish or more fun. And then we're gonna move on to the lips. So the lips is the fundamental for the 20s, and I am gonna use more of a brownie sort of color first. It was a deep burgundy red for the 20s, so you wanna go up. So they were in peaks. They were peaks and just in the middle, okay? And it was a burgundy, like I said, red. So we're gonna put this lip, get our lip brush here. And we can dip it into like a burgundy color red. Now if you do get some out of the line, it's okay. So the main focus is that it's in a peak at the top of your lip. And at the bottom. There's like a little lip in the middle. If you want to finish off your look, you can definitely take a brown or a black pencil, and let me find one here, and you can give yourself not the Marilyn Monroe beauty mark, but one just off. And there you go. Here's the flapper girl, ready to go.